Hey everybody, welcome to Munro Live. My name is John, and I'm here today in Durham, North Carolina at Kempower. And with me on my right flank is Jed, and on my left flank is Adam. So Jed, if you would, please introduce yourself.
Yeah.
And Adam behind him.
Sure, I'm Jed Ruth. I'm the Vice President of Markets and Products here at Kempower. Been here a couple of years, worked in transportation for 25 years before that. Was kind of here at the startup of the place. We're proud of the facility. Yeah. Adam?
Yeah. I'm Adam Wagner. I'm a senior solutions engineer here, dealing with anything technical about the product, so I'll give you a nice deep dive here later as well.
Okay, very nice. So could somebody kind of show the audience what is behind us here?
Yeah, certainly.
Good, yeah.
So we are a DC fast charger manufacturer. We manufacture DC fast chargers that charge EVs quite quickly. This is the central product to all of our portfolio. It is our power unit. It has all of our AC to DC rectifiers. That's these modules right here. And that's what takes grid energy and sends it into a EV and DC power. And so we are very modular and scalable. And so you can see each one of these modules is 50 kilowatts and very easy to rack in and rack out with ease. This can go up to 600 kilowatts. And so that's a lot of power that can turn on and off at this snap of a finger. Connected to these power units are our dispensers. These are our satellite dispensers. You can hook up to 8 of these to 1 of those. And so it's all about taking centralized power and getting it where it needs to be, when it needs to be there, depending on if a plug is plugged in or not. A staple of a Kempower charger is these springs right here. We have a passive cable management. That's actually one of the really hard parts of EV charging, is a reliable cable management here. And so you can see, you can pull on them and they actually go quite far, and you can walk a little ways away here, and it reaches with you and actually takes a lot of the weight off of it as well. So it keeps it off the ground. We are a Finnish company based out of the Nordics, and so they were actually finding that these cables were freezing to the ground. So this is a good solution to that, and in cold environments like that, pulleys also break a lot. So this is a nice, robust solution to get around that.
It sure is.
Lastly, over here, we have our movable charger. This is more of a proof of concept. 50 kilowatt charger, uses the exact same power module that's in our power units. It's great for service bays and also maybe a fleet that's electrifying, just got their first EV. This is a great way for them to charge and kind of prove that the whole EV thing's going to work out for them. Okay. Once they get a couple more plugs, they go to the larger setups.
Okay.
Yeah. So a couple of things you're seeing too is obviously we do whatever plug you want. So you're seeing a NACS plug or a Tesla plug here and a CCS1 plug as well. And then as Adam was saying, this is also up to 600 kilowatts. So this will be a 200 kilowatt system. You see 4 power modules, but we could also add a second cabinet for 4 or a third cabinet for 6.
Okay.
So it scales up. And then you can also buy it in 50 kilowatt increments. Okay. So you could buy this actually as a 50 kilowatt system and scale up to 600.
Okay.
Yep.
So what we're looking at right now is our module assembly area. It is exact identical assembly line to our Finnish plants. So Finland has about 5 or 6 of these. We have 1 for each type of module as we ramp up. This is our dynamic module. So we'll get into it later, but something special about our product is we can route power to a lot of different plugs when it needs to be there.
Yep.
That's what this product does right here. It's relay boards all in there that switch power on and off depending on what's plugged in and what power is required there. You'll notice the floor is a little special. It's ESD, electrostatic discharge sensitive.
Yep.
They're working with printed circuit boards here, PCBs. The smallest static electricity, when you rub your feet on a carpet or something, that can discharge onto your board, fail a component. So before any worker goes on the assembly line here, they do have to discharge at our ESD station, and then we did put these floors in special just for that.
Okay.
Yep.
I see your cards have homes. They're marked off with tape. That's good.
Yep.
Place for everything in its place. Modular workstations, at least they look modular.
Yeah.
Conveyor set in place. Power and free. Okay.
Yep. And then on the far end, we have our control module assembly area as well, and that's our goes in our product, houses our internet connection, and is the brains behind all the technical stuff that goes on in our product.
Okay. You can see, Eric, with this workstation, how everything is properly organized. And again, place for everything in its place. Some solid 5S here, I see right off the bat, which is nice. Got good lighting. It's control environment, comfort for the workers. Makes a big difference. So as you're building stuff, how do you track progress with respect to quality control and things of that nature?
Yeah, so we can go down to the end here actually.
Okay.
Every single part that comes off our line is 100% tested as an individual component.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what device it's going to go into later. Every single thing, it gets tested right here. So these are our testing areas. A fun little aside here, Kempower was spun off of Kempi, a DC welding company. And they are a very successful welding company in the Nordics. They're one of the premier welding companies. They took the arc welders, which is a DC power supply, basically cut off the cable, put a charging cable on there. A little bit different than that, but they the technology is really at its core the same. That's a Kempi arc welder right there. That's what we use as our loads to test all of our equipment. So it's just a load bank for us, but it's really cool to see kind of a product of our past here.
So I have heard of Kempi now that I see the logo. Yes, okay.
Yeah. And so birthed from Kempi, they're used to being in very gross environments, honestly. And so the product is very robust. We took all of their learnings, their power electronics. While we only are 7-8 years old right now, we have 75 years of technology experience because of them, because we adopted all of their technology.
Nice. And you can see a mechanical overhead assist too. How heavy is the product that you build here?
When it's all assembled, 1,000 pounds, 2,000 pounds, depending on how many we put.
So
each module can range from 50 to 90 pounds.
Yeah, so it's definitely needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
These more in the 50 range, the power module themselves in the 90 range.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
So this is the start of our production area for the power units. That's our cabinets right here that you can see.
Okay.
And again, that's 200 kilowatts a single door, 400 kilowatts a double door, and a triple door is up to 600 kilowatts.
I see.
Our line actually starts on the end right there and moves this way.
Okay.
And so you can see the staging areas are in blue. That's where all the work is being done. So it's on these pallets where they just move them to each station where they have the next step in the wiring. So you could see there's a lot going on there in the background. Every single electrical connection that is made has the employee's name on it. And then it goes to our testing facility, which is right here, where every single electrical connection is tested in here. And so you can see this is one of our testing engineers hooking it up. And so every single product individually is tested before the assembly is made, just to make sure no matter what is plugged in where, it will always work.
Yep, that's important. Okay, so the start of the line is there, and this is the end of the line.
Yes. So
final test is here.
end of the line just comes right in through these doors over there.
Nice.
Yep.
So this is for cabinets, but we do have multiple products made here. We also have the satellite line down here, which we'll show you in a second.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, and so this is where we show actually for newer employees, this is how they learn how to do the wiring. So we have doors on here that open up, again, 200 kilowatts per door, and then there's a lot in there that we kind of deep dive with them on the back that we'll dive into.
Okay. So the units sort of plug into those receivers? Is that what those are?
So if you look in the back here, these are honeycomb connectors we call. Really awesome for our product for serviceability. It takes about 2 minutes to add a power module. So if something were to fail or you need to replace something, the power modules sit on these racks. They have wheels on them. You just take out 4 bolts right here, rack them out, and then the new one just slides right in. Quick connect, it just mates really easy. The tolerance is kind of perfect. It's really satisfying to put them in. Put 4 more bolts in, flip your breaker back on, you're good to go. So we are very serviceable as well, and we're quite proud of that. We don't fail very often, but when we do, it's quite easy to repair it.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you assemble these things, do you have like little assembly aids to make sure everything is properly placed in the cabinet?
Yeah, we do have work instructions that each employee is available to. So some of them have it memorized by now, but they do have it available. And so each step is very technical, and we do have to make sure every single wire is landed correctly because they do a very specific thing on each one.
Yeah. This is a nice feature. I'm just kind of curious. I don't know, does your competition have anything like this or similar to this? Do you know?
Not like the honeycomb connectors. I will say the Finns are quite a unique people.
Oh, okay.
And that this is actually birthed from a Finnish company. And so I think it's a product out there on the market globally, but we do source a lot of our stuff from Finnish-based engineering.
Okay, nice.
Typically, if you run a service call, about 3 parts on the truck are really what you need. And it's fast. And so that's something we want to, if something does happen, we want to get you right back up and running in one trip. Yeah, and that's usually what it takes.
It's all about minimizing downtime.
Absolutely.
Got to keep
Absolutely.
the consumer
That
happy.
is the key word in charging is keeping them up. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
And so all of our equipment is also actively air cooled. So we have fans pulling in the front and out pushing out the back.
Okay.
Converting AC to DC power is quite heat intensive. And so we do filter all the air coming in via these filters and then out the back, push it out the back and get it out as quickly as possible. Yeah, and so you can see some vents back there as well. So this is really one of our few maintenance parts is you need to replace your air filters depending on the dirtiness of the air around you.
Yes.
We do have some of these down in mine shafts. Those need to be replaced every couple months.
Yeah, sure.
Places with pollen intensive areas like here,
Yeah.
we generally recommend right when that seasonality happens to replace them then.
Would this be outside?
Yes.
Okay.
It could be either though. We do some,
okay.
you can be up to 80 meters away from the furthest satellite. So it's possible to place it inside if you would like.
Okay.
Like a parking garage, or we could have actually put this in the building and still had enough room to run them out there had we wanted to.
The one that's outside.
Yeah, we could have. We could have done that.
All right. How do you keep the water from getting to the filter?
Yeah, so they are special filters, but also all of our modules are nearly waterproof themselves. So all the PCBs have special resin on them.
Okay.
So even when they do have very high humidity content, they can get wet and work just fine.
Okay.
So
it does the trick, the resin,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Special filters too. Good idea.
yeah.
So you guys think of everything.
Here we have our satellite production facility. And so all this corner is all just satellites. And so honestly, our most complex part of our product is the power units. These are just our dispensers. So you need basic controls and a basic printed circuit board in there. But it's what interfaces with the customers when they're charging actually. And so it's kind of our most important product as well. We do have the smallest footprint on the market for a DC fast charger. So it's just about a square foot here.
Yeah.
Really nice. We fit in unique areas where a lot of other people do not fit as well. So parking garages are kind of our niche. You can't put a big box in a park garage where someone comes up and parks at. We've started putting them on docks and marinas as the boat industry electrifies. That's a really cool area that we're seeing a lot of growth in right now. But you can see the single satellite here. This would have one cable on it. You can tell by this little cup holder here, and this one over here has two on it as well. And that would have a dual satellite, so two springs coming off of it.
Okay.
And there is a decent amount of complexity in this. I mean, by the time you say pavement terminal or not, one or two NACS, CHAdeMO, or CCS, and then we have an option for a flex satellite, which allows you to, it's almost like an adapter. Sure. So the normal operation is you're charging from both cables. The flex is, hey, I've got a Tesla or I've got a non-Tesla and I picked the appropriate connector. I'm only charging from that one. So there's a decent amount of complexity in the option content around what you do here.
Yeah, so it sounds like you have quite a bit of variance that you got to manage and build throughout the entire process.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you try to build the same variant each time, or do you mix and match them going down the line?
It's build to order. It really is depending on the customer's order. So we have a couple different payment terminal options depending if they want chip dip, swipe, or just tap to pay.
Okay. Nice.
Every satellite is also equipped with RFID. So if it's installed out in the public, like ours are, it's actually just for employee use. It's not for public use. So every employee has our badge. We just come up here and scan RFIDs, authorizes the session, and we can charge like that.
Nice. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, right now they do look like cup holders.
Yeah, they do. Yep.
And then again, every single satellite that comes through this facility also is individually tested. No matter what power unit it attaches to, it will be tested and ensured that it works.
Okay, nice. So where do your inbound trucks come in at? Where are the docks for that?
On the other side of the
Other
plant.
side.
We'll see it when we go over there.
Okay, I see them now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna head on over this way.
Yeah.
So we just started a new initiative, our sustainable packaging for all of our equipment that we send out. This is a brand new way we are sending them out. You can see we call them coffins actually, but this one on the right is a completely assembled one.
Okay.
It does not use any hardware that's not reusable. So there's no screws or anything. It's all tension braces like that.
Nice.
When it's done, it actually folds down and we ask that you ship it back to us.
Yeah.
And so that's really key to our sustainability goals here. And we will pay for that shipping as well, unless you want to keep the wood. They can do that as well.
That was going to be one of my questions at some point on this tour is what are you doing for sustainability?
Yeah.
Returnable dunnage? it's glorious. It works.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And then the no hardware, I think I hadn't heard of that before, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
So we're doing that for our satellites, and then our power units are the exact same thing. So again, no screws, no nothing. All of that is tension braces on there.
Okay.
And then you can just pull them off, and then once you get a couple of them off, it will collapse in a safe manner, and then fits on a small pallet, and then you ship it back to us.
Yes. Yes. Yes, I'm very familiar with your coffins and with those. Yes.
And then
That's the way to do it.
we do ship our power modules separate. This is our most vital product that's coming out of here. And so with that, it's very heavy, so we don't want to put a whole load on our power units while we're shipping it in transit. And then also, since it's the most essential, it arrives to site like the day before commissioning, usually, just to make sure
We'd rather
everything's
keep
safe
it out of
and
the weather
sound.
as long as possible. And,
Oh, sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, you're using the specially treated wood, so it can go international if it needs to. You can tell that by the stamping here on the wood.
This is our final staging area here. So this is where all the final componentry is put on. Again, the power modules are shipped separately, so we put on these blank plates, and then we button it up, put the doors on, get it out the door.
So do these plates come back to you?
No, they do not. So you do not. So this is up to 600 kilowatts here. You do not have to put 600 kilowatts of modules into this.
Sure.
So you could only put 3 modules in this. That'd be 150 kilowatts.
Okay.
And then this is actually really common. You don't have enough grid feed to feed your power unit to start. So let's start with the 150 kilowatts. They only have 2 cars in their fleet today, maybe. And then as they grow, they're going to add up to 600 kilowatts when the utility gets in their power in the 2 years in the time frame. That's pretty typical of what we hear. Yeah. It is completely modular from door to door on the AC side as well, which is pretty unique for us. So if there ever was a failure in a door, we can completely shut off this door and then just work off of these two as well. So it's all about that redundancy and resiliency to make sure that when you plug in, you are going to charge. That's our key goal here.
So going back to what you said just a short time ago, you can ship this unit without all the modules. The customer can put in what they want up to the point it's able to be supplied with utilities, and then you've actually future-proofed yourself too, because then the utility company does their thing, increase their capacity to the unit, then you can add these more modules.
Exactly.
Adam works with customers all the time on, and it's not just this. I mean, maybe they go ahead and they are ready for 8 satellites, but only put 2 in. They kind of stub out the other 6. When the time comes, add a power module, add a satellite. You're off and running. Yep.
Your satellites, they don't look very heavy because we saw 2 people lifting them into the coffin. So how heavy are they, would you say?
A little over a couple hundred pounds, maybe. They're not much.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think they're
100 pounds.
about 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Fully dressed?
Yeah.
With the cable management?
Not with the cable, but you're seeing them, they're not loading the cable. So what we'll
correct.
do is we'll load it, then we'll put this other items, whatever it is, 1, 2 springs in the kind of coffin with them, ship the whole thing. And then they're really easy to install in the field like that. We don't ship them complete. Yeah, they're easy enough that I've done it before. So yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. And by the way, later on, we're going to go outside and he's going to charge his car that is at 1%.
That's right.
now. So that'd be interesting to
Exactly,
see how fast
exactly.
we can charge it up with one of their units outside. Cool.
The limit will be the car, not the unit.
Yeah, so again, this is our training area. Everyone has to come here to get certified to be able to work on our products. But something that is a little bit newer to the US market here, when you need to charge a little bit faster, we do have this liquid cooled satellite. So this has a glycol mix coolant in there. And so all of that is running through the cable, through our heat exchanger in here, and pumping. And so while we can reach a lot of very high capacity throughput with dry cables, sometimes a customer really just wants a liquid cooled cable. We can get them that as well. And then it does have an e-stop button here as well if required. It functions just like any of our other typical satellites, but it does have a little bit higher of an amperage output, up to 500 amps.
Is the sealing aspect of this different than the standard version?
What do you mean the sealing aspect?
Keeping the outside of the ingress.
I don't think it's
your
any
original
different. No, it's the same exact satellite. It's
The same. This is just liquid cooled.
Yep.
Nothing else.
And then the cooling elements obviously on this side.
Okay.
So,
Nothing else besides that and the fluid.
right,
Yep.
right.
Wow. Does it make the cable heavier then?
It's actually lighter, so we can
lighter.
use
It's a
less
lighter cable.
copper
Yep.
and then cool it down. Yep.
We can plug it in.
And so it does have that exact same.
That makes sense. Less
yeah.
copper, absolutely.
Yep. And then the last product I'll show you over here is the control unit right here. So this is our fleet-centric, doesn't have a UI on it at all. No screen, touchscreen at all. It's you plug it into your vehicle. It does have an LED strip bar on there. It's green when it's ready. It turns blue when it's charging, or it's red if it's faulted. So that's basically all you need as a fleet operator. Really good for dirty, rough environments. It's stainless steel, mounted up in the ceiling. Cable can hang down with cable management. We actually have a customer who's been putting them underground, and then the cable pops up out of the ground. Makes it a lot easier to not hit it when you're driving around with fleet operators. So really cool fleet product here for fleet-centric. And again, you can hook up to 8 of these to 1 power unit. So it's the exact same 8-to-1 ratio of our satellite. Operates just like a satellite, just no UI on the actual screen of it.
Wow.
Yeah. The other thing that we can't show you in the tour, but we also have a captive software system that we call ChargeEye. And so if you were that fleet operator, it's the exact same. It's the exact same whether you're on that product or this product, or even the movable product. ChargeEye software works. You can tell, states of charge, what vehicles are charging, is there a fault, what kind of fault. We can also do charge management, software where it's used as charge management software where we can do load management or restrict charging around time of use and those kind of things. So that's our captive software that was developed kind of with the product. It's grown with the product. Got a large team in Finland that works on that every day.
I tell you, these guys think of everything. So I guess the question I have here is you look at this satellite unit, reduced copper. Does that offset the cost of the cooling system? Is it a trade-off?
This is the more expensive. It's the more expensive product for sure. I mean, because you're dealing with an extra module and higher power. But it's just, what do you want to use? We can certainly offer you one that's air cooled, and they do great as well. So,
Nice.
So this is our power unit, 600 kilowatts, 200 kilowatts per door, as I said. I don't believe I have my keys on me, actually. But generally I open it up and you can see the power. This is on our optional steel base here as well. So it's elevated an extra 9 inches. That helps for sometimes you need above ground entry of your conduit. You can see on the back we have that, or there's certain restrictions of your AC feeders have to be a certain distance off the ground. That helps with that as well. And honestly, electricians just like it. Gives them 9 extra inches of bending space and make their life a lot easier. You got pretty large conductors going in and coming out of this. So pretty important to keep them happy as well.
Electricians, they like to work up high. Nothing gets them more pissed off when they have to work on their knees.
Yep, exactly.
Again, it's a nice looking unit. So you got 480 volts, 3-phase coming into it. From the inside. 600
kilowatts, and this small of a footprint is pretty impressive as well. We've had utilities come in here and just say, hey, by the way, every time you put one of these on the grid, it's about the size of a Walmart supercenter. That's the AC grid that they require for the refrigeration, HVAC, lighting, and this turns on and off with the snap of a finger as someone plugs it in.
And it's pretty quiet. I guess we'll hear.
We will
hear it run.
I don't know if everybody might be done charging, but I'll pull my vehicle up and we'll charge.
And so while we're looking at it right now, you can see we have 6 satellites here. 6-to-1 is our ratio on this power unit. And so if everyone were to plug in, you'd get 100 kilowatts per. If one vehicle were to plug in, it'd get the max available that it's asking for.
Makes sense.
All of the DC power is being run underneath this ground right here. So Jed mentioned earlier on the build electric with electric. All of this was done with electrical equipment. So we had a big battery on site, and all of the utility vehicles also, the movers and everything.
I think the thing that we haven't talked about too product-wise is, and this is a really good example of it, frankly, the vehicles you see out there. So like you see a Kia and a Bolt together. So that Kia can, I don't know, the max there is getting close to 300 kilowatts, what that thing can charge at. And the Bolt's less than 75 probably. So our system will recognize that. So if they were there at the same time, unlike a lot of systems where you've just got a split, maybe you've got a 200 kilowatt system, each one gets 100. Or in that case, we'd be wasting power with the Bolt, and we'd be not using the available power with the Kia. In our system, you'll say, oh, that's a Kia. I'm going to give it what it needs. Oh, that's a Bolt. I don't have to give it that much. And so we call that dynamic charging. And so in the end, it's smart enough to know, oh, the Kia's up to 80%. It's not requiring as much. Let's take some power away there. Let's give it to that Tesla that just pulled up. So I think that is a differentiator in our product.
Makes sense.
So before we plug in, just coming up to the screen, customizable, we put a puffin on there. That's kind of our company's mascot there. There's
What
a
is it?
puffin. A puffin?
A puffin.
Yeah,
okay.
so if you see us at a trade show, you can get a stuffed puffin. People love them. It's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
You can see the available power depending on the voltage of your vehicle. A lot of people aren't upfront with this. They'll say, I'm like, this kW charger. It's generally dependent on what the vehicle is actually, because we can give it a certain amount of amps out of here, but it's what is the voltage of the vehicle.
Okay.
We're going to be charging a 400 volt vehicle here, and this can output, seems a little limited today, but up to 180 kilowatts to it. And so,
Okay.
yeah, if you can unplug. And so again, this is a private charging field, so we do require everyone to authenticate with their RFID. Jed just used his badge there. I'm gonna plug in. You're gonna hear a click. The handshake starts, you hear the latch just went, and then we're gonna start telling you, preparing to charge. It's doing that handshake, it's starting to communicate. It's saying, hey, I'm this EV, this is my state of charge, this is my voltage, this is what I would like. If I ever ask for more than this, please suspend the session, things like that. And then we're ramping. We are very agnostic to the end user's apps or anything like that. We actually prefer not to have an app. I don't know if you've done a road trip with an EV before, but to charge at public charging stations, you need about 20 different apps.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's a little frustrating sometimes. And so in place of that, we actually recommend a QR code. So this is supplied by us. If the end user wants to use it, you just take your phone out, scan this QR code, pull it up, and now I have a web browser of the exact same thing that's on this screen right here. Oh. And now I can go, if this is at a grocery store chain or something like that, I can go do my groceries and then also monitor my charging while it's ongoing.
You'll also notice we give this icon right here too. So even though this system's capable of 600 kilowatts, we're telling the user the vehicle is limiting the charge right now.
Okay.
And if we're limiting, we'll say that. If the grid's limiting, we'll say that. But we know, hey, even though this system's capable more, the vehicle's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so a lot of people don't realize this either. EV drivers, especially in today's day and age, are nerds. They love data. So we're gonna give you as much data at your fingertips as possible. And so we're gonna give you a charge curve, an estimate of when you're gonna be at 80%, tell you the pin temperatures, live data, so the actual temperature of the pins on that, the voltage of the vehicle, and the amps that the vehicle is requesting. So currently the vehicle is requesting 322, all of which can be seen on my here.
Same data.
Same exact data.
Yeah.
And then we also are telling you vehicle limits. Okay. And so with that, if I were to go plug in another car, which I'll do right now, so we share that power. I don't think I'm going to be able to get above that 600 kilowatts, but let's see if I can. Okay.
Yeah. This one's still charging, but obviously over 80, so starting to ramp down.
He locked his charger port. We can't do that right now.
George, is that George's?
Yeah, it's George. Okay. Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, so it is all about, no matter where you plug in, that power in there is accessible to every single one of these plugs.
Right.
And so this is an employee perk we have here, which is really nice. So it incentivizes us to get an EV free charging.
Free charging. That's good.
Yep.
Really nice.
Yeah. The cables are actually considered a consumable. They're rated for about 10,000 cycles per the cable manufacturer themselves. And so they're meant to be replaced. Maybe you don't want the Tesla cable anymore. You want to go to a CCS cable. You can switch them off very easily. Okay. Depending on your site's utilization.
Is this unique?
It's the only one I've seen. Yep.
And I'm guessing it's patented then?
I don't know the answer to that.
I believe we have a pending patent.
Yeah, I think it's pending. I don't know the answer.
All right, we're wrapping things up here right now with Adam and Jed. I want to say thank you for the tour. We saw a lot. You should be very proud and pointing at your president of these guys and your whole team, because the facility is very clean. It looks productive. You've got a lot of room for growth, okay? And it looks like you're building product under control. So I think that's the key. All right, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Come by.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so I have the privilege of sitting with Manel, who is the president of this particular location. And could you please tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, sure, John. Well, I'll start in reverse order here. Been with Kempower just over 6 months now.
Oh, okay.
Started on Feb 1st and having a great time so far. Very, very excited about what we've got going on here, and I'll get into those details here shortly. But the last 20 years, I worked with a global Fortune 500 company, primarily in the energy sector. Oh, so we did instrumentation, automation, globally for across all industries in the marketplace, whether it was oil and gas, power, water industry, metals and mining, food and bev, pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
So I had a good overview and very good exposure to the needs of various markets in the energy sector. And then I started my career before that as a simulation engineer.
Okay.
So it was a pretty geeky role in bits and bytes, and essentially getting the operators in the power sector
Okay.
trained on how to run power plants. So that was my background. And then, of course, where the industry is going now with electrification and
Yes.
going green, the last 6 months I've been here, and it's been a fun ride so far.
Very nice. Did you have to relocate to come here?
Yes. I was based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania previously,
okay.
so just moved here and.
Home of the Steelers. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like how you go through the bridge as you approach the city, and it just opens up.
Especially when you come out of that tunnel, right?
Yes,
And it's like, okay, this is dark and gloomy, and then you come out of the tunnel, and all of a sudden
hits you.
there's
It
downtown,
sure
and you tend to miss an exit, and then you've got to drive for a few miles to get on the right bridge. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So I also had the privilege of meeting with a couple of your guys here for a plant tour, and I was extremely impressed. You're building your current product line is extremely impressive. I've stressed the fact that it's well put together. I like the colors. I'm a big orange and black guy. But having said that, if you look at the overall market strategy of where you think you might want to take this business going forward, based on where you're at currently, what might you do?
There's a lot of things happening in the marketplace and in this industry right now, John. So, in terms of, if I start with big picture and high level, we've got our customers and we've got society in general really thirsty, have a huge appetite right now for going electric.
Yes.
So the demand is there, but there's not enough infrastructure out there right now for people to charge vehicles and to go green to the extent that they want to.
Yes.
So number one, we want to make sure that we accelerate, we help our customers, we help communities
Yes.
accelerate their transition towards electrification at a high level. And then you segment this. If you look at the marketplace, there's various segments. There's the public charging segment, there's the fleets, there's the depots, there's the ports. So there's a lot of things happening across various segments in North America and globally. But there's a huge need for electrification, and we are very proud. I'm glad you enjoyed the tour. But we've got a lot of industry experts working for Kempower here in North America. Yes. And we want to make sure that we design our products that are easy to use and that help our customers in this transition that they're looking forward to.
If you look at your overall customer base currently, is it primarily geared towards commercial, more so than residential?
At this time, yes.
Okay.
At this time, it is primarily on the public charging side. If you look at the market split, it's about a 50-50 split at this time, or 60-40 towards public charging versus fleets and residential and commercial.
Yes.
But if you look at the projections 5 years down the road, that mix is really going to flip. Mm-hmm. We are seeing tremendous growth on the fleet side, on the depot side, on the residential side. So that mix is really going to flip over the next 5 years, and we're gearing up to make sure that we are well positioned to help our customers again.
Very nice, very nice. The newer cars are starting to come out with silicone-based anodes and very fast charge, 5-minute charges. Is your equipment able to understand that when it interfaces the vehicle and know how to properly address the charge?
Yeah, as we go forward, obviously we're not at that 5-minute charge just yet, so we're monitoring. This industry is changing very, very rapidly, and there's a lot of things that are happening. There's another concept about swapping batteries out, for example. Sure. Is that an area where the market's going to go down, path to market's going to go down? So we don't know that for certain just yet. Mm-hmm. We do know that there's a tremendous need for this fast charging in 30-45 minutes to get vehicles charged fully, and to do it in a cost-effective manner.
Sure.
That's why we see the growth on the fleet and the depot side, mm-hmm. is to lower that total cost of ownership. So that's what we're focused on right now. But we're monitoring all these developments in the marketplace, okay. To see what sticks, what's going to fuel this transition, and then we are extremely flexible to take our technology where it needs to go, whether it's on the hardware side or the software side.
Sure, absolutely. I think I heard everything is developed in Finland that you build here?
I'll give a little. So yes, our headquarters are in Finland.
Sure.
So our product technology roadmap comes from Finland, right? We all get together. Obviously, I'm part of our global leadership team. We talk about the various markets. But North America is the fastest growing market globally right now in this field. So we do have a dedicated engineering team here. We have our product roadmap for North America, which prioritizes the needs of the North American market and our customers here. So we do want to make sure that the development for North America always stays prioritized and it gets done, yes, globally, because we want to maintain our standards and consistency, but we have a team dedicated here to develop our North America products for North America as well.
When you look at your roadmap going out into the future and you relate that to capacity here and employee headcount, if you look maybe 5 years out into the future, where do you see this location at relative to the amount of people you might have under you?
So this falls under the a good problem to have category.
Yes.
If I look 3 years down the road, it is a problem that we're going to have in terms of adding talent, manpower, leaders to our organization.
Yes.
The market's projected to grow in some segments north of 50%, which means we're doubling this business every couple of years.
Yes.
So there's going to be a tremendous need to add resources, add talent, potentially add offices across the country as we get closer to our customers and get centered around our customer clusters. So there's going to be a huge need to add people. And I easily, if I look in my crystal ball, it's as good as yours, but I do see us tripling our workforce here over the next 3 years is the way I see it.
It looks like you have the space for that. So
Yes,
between
yes.
both buildings.
Absolutely. And I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't. But the way this was set up it was done really well. The space was allocated for keeping the growth in mind. We've got the technology, we've got the floor space, we've got the talent. You've obviously met some key people today in the organization. So we've got all the ingredients needed for us to grow going forward. Obviously, we need to add people, but at least logistically, we are really well positioned to grow.
Yes, you are. And so far as sustainability is concerned with the environment, the guys showed me today, you guys are using returnable dunnage. That's huge. So that cardboard's not going to waste if you were using cardboard.
Absolutely.
That wood and those tension brackets they're coming back to you from your customers wherever they go to and come back from. So that's really good. I guess maybe the last question I have is you're in a pretty nice community here in Durham, and a lot of people around the plant, the local schools and businesses and whatnot. Do you have involvement with outside activities with these different groups of people?
Oh, absolutely. We're very active in the community. We're very active with the colleges in the region.
Okay.
That was one of the main reasons for this place being selected as our headquarters. Okay. So that we had 5 or 6 choices. I just went over the selection criteria a few days ago in terms of all the options we had. And Kempower settled in North Carolina because one of the major reasons was the talent that we have.
Sure.
So we're going to continue to work with the schools here in the region, put in some of our technology, collaborate with them so that as students graduate, they are familiar with our technology, they're familiar with this industry and the market. It helps them. Sure. And it helps us obviously get some talent that's already trained in this industry and with our products potentially. So I see a lot of collaboration happening with the schools going forward.
Very nice. Do you allow some of the students have plant tours like I did today?
Absolutely. We have plant tours. We go to the schools as well to give presentations about our products as well. So we've had some experts that have gone out there and talked about solid state transformers or our technology going forward, our software, etc. So it's pretty exciting.
I get they probably get really excited over that.
Yes, it's a concept that especially students graduating today, going green, electrification, you don't have to do a lot of selling to get today's generation behind this concept.
I mean, seriously, what a great time to be alive and involved in this kind of landscape.
Absolutely.
I think the last time something like this happened was, installing gas stations around the world. And that was a long time ago, right?
This is kind of like that, except it's not gas.
Yeah, exactly. It's not gas. Okay, well, I want to thank you, Manel, for our time, and your people are wonderful. Your facility is wonderful. You're very well supported from the people in Finland. I want to reach out to them and say thank you too for installing the facility here in North Carolina. Absolutely. And I look forward to seeing not only your messages on the website about what you're doing and where you're going, the state of the business and so on, but also seeing how you grow.
Absolutely. Okay. Thanks so much for your time, John. It's been a pleasure.
You very much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.